Adam may love this 80s horror stuff, but I think it's crap. I'm gonna show you why we should flush this turd for good. Today, that shithead made me watch the movie Critters, and let me tell you something. I've seen much scarier things in my toilet bowl than the creatures in this stupid movie. So this gem opens with this dildo-looking D-bag that is technologically advanced enough for interstellar travel, but not competent enough to hold onto a few furry ball creatures.
Damn.
The critters escape with pretty much no effort whatsoever, and Warden Dilrod here has to call on his bounty hunters to help clean up the mess.
I have a job for you.
I already hate this movie, and we haven't even gotten through the intro credits yet. Wait, what was that guy's name? How many freaking consonants can you have in a row like that? Get a hold of yourself, Tim. You better wow me with your photography skills now, spelling your name like that. Anyway, the movie introduces our cliche characters with the Cujo lady, the mean sister, the old school dad, the dorky friend, and our hero, Brad. Brad doesn't sound like a hero's name. It sounds like that frat douche that hangs out at the yacht club.
You're a real shithead, you know?
Bradley!
Huh, shithead. Well, maybe he's not so bad. So the bounty hunters are on their way to Earth and they treat us to a shitty 80s music video that makes my mullet grow just by watching it.
Hey, baby. Oh, yeah.
Wait, that might not be from the same movie. My bad. We then meet the sister's new douchey boyfriend, who will probably save the planet with his skull ring before the bounty hunters even get here. The sister tries to get Phantom banged in the barn, while Brad sneaks out finding a mutilated cow left from the critters, who finally decide to make an appearance in this movie. They eat Officer Doofy and terrorize the Cujo lady before inviting themselves in the basement. Now let's take a little quiz here. If you see a moving, furry creature in your basement that may have just mutilated a 2,000-pound cow, do you A. shoot first and ask questions later, B. poke it with the longest object you can find, or C. touch it with your stupid hand? If you chose C, then you and your family deserve to die, removing your stupid asses from the gene pool. We finally get to see the stars of the movie as they attack the dumb dad, and they look like puby Pac-Man puppets, which is terrifying now that I think about it. The selfish family forgets that the slutty sister is getting skull-fucked in the barn, so they run to help and throw firecrackers at the puppet. Now, you would think this would be the perfect opportunity for some awesome explosion and pube chunk carnage, right? But no, that would be way too cool for this movie. Instead, the guy's hand inside the puppet's ass just goes limp, making an anticlimactic ending to the first big fight scene of the movie. At least the bounty hunters are going around town at this point blowing shit up, trying to keep the movie somewhat exciting. As the family pitifully tries to fend off the porky pubes, they try to escape, which doesn't work, because they're dumbasses, and somehow manage to kill one of them. And hey, these things have a bigger potty mouth than I do. I'm starting to like them. The movie continues like this for what seems like 6 hours, with the family losing the battle to tiny, kickable creatures, while the bounty hunters shoot up the town and do absolutely nothing productive. Brad finally decides to ditch his family and get help. The long journey is a perfect amount of time for the prerequisite stupid 80s montage. Brad finally runs into the incompetent bounty hunters, leading them back to the farm to do battle with the Krites.
The Krites?
Critters. Krites.
Let's take a look at the aim on those douche nozzles. So the critters are rolling down the steps about 6 or 8 inches from the ground. And this advanced being from another fucking galaxy, Schwarzenegger hip shoots a hole about 4 feet up the fucking wall. The family is now able to head for the hills, but Pussy Whip Brad hears Chewie his cat meowing like an a-hole upstairs and decides it's a good idea to go back into the house. Pussy does make you do some strange things though, am I right? So the bounty hunters are being their typical idiotic selves and, wait, is that my Uncle Chunderbox Charlie? It is! Hey Uncle Charlie! You fucking animal. Oh, now you can aim all of a sudden, huh? You're a monster! Where were we? While Brad is busy fooling around inside, he leaves his family completely unarmed and unprotected, allowing his slutty sister to be kidnapped by a giant critter. I'm assuming they're going to take her back to their planet and anally probe her like they do to all the rednecks. But Hero Brad is having none of that. He manages to get his sister and drop a firecracker in the spaceship, while the dorky friend Charlie, no relation to Chunderbox Charlie, throws a Molotov cocktail, lighting the tiny firework inside. The critters finish where the bounty hunters left off and destroy the farmhouse just before the firecracker blows them out of the sky. Wait a fucking second. This is the house explosion. Then a few frames of the spaceship exploding. Then more recycled footage of the house again? Was this supposed to be the spaceship blowing up when it's clearly the house footage used over again? You lazy shithead, Tim. Since there's nothing left to fuck up, the bounty hunters leave, but not before giving Brad their Sears card cell phone thingy, which turns out to have the power to destroy houses in reverse. Giving the dumbass family their house back and making a happy, stupid ending. Wait, so these super technologically advanced aliens have magic card thingies that can build structures. Why didn't they just make a prison around the critters? Or around the spaceship, keeping them from escaping? Or around the family to protect them? Why am I thinking so much about this stupid movie? Why do I care how it ended? It's finally over. I should be happy. I'll shut up now. Let's flush this turd.